Hi everyone, in this video I'm going to go through in detail the steps required to be taken in order to take this h2x design and have it transferred into your AutoCAD model. Okay, so just as a recap, all of the pipe locations, radiator locations and your result field filters to the side here that you have ticked will be transferred directly into h2x along with plant locations as well. Okay, so the first thing we need to do is hit export and download our JSON file here. That will download to our system there. Then what we can do is we can open up AutoCAD. And from here, we need to open a new drawing. When we use the h2x import, it's going to use the default layers on your drawing DWT in AutoCAD itself. So this would be things like the heating pipe layers, plant, radiators, risers and valves. If you don't have a DWT set up, I would recommend going and taking a look on either YouTube or the AutoCAD forums to find out how to do that, because it will allow you to be more accurate with the way you split up your design and allow you to have more flexibility to turn things off and on as you choose in order to distribute different drawings to different people. Okay, so when we have our new drawing open, if we type in h2x import, this is assuming that you've already gone and downloaded the h2x import file and downloaded that to your system. This will bring up this window here. So a couple of things we want to go through on here is the settings. So I mentioned here that h2x will use your drawing template, so your DWT file. You can actually change the DWT file that h2x is going to use, and you can do that by clicking on here, and that will take you to the template file location on your system, and you can select which file you want to use. We're going to go with the h2x template. You can also add your own custom block library, and you can edit the folder location in here. This is going to take the custom blocks for things like valves, radiators and pieces of plant and add them into your AutoCAD drawing along with the locations of each item. Once you're happy with those system settings, you can then go and select your JSON here, and you can assign the AutoCAD layer based on your DWT. Because I've used the plugin before, it's automatically assigned the layers I previously used. However, when you first open up the plugin, it's going to show empty like this. If you try to hit import with that showing empty, you will get an error message and a drawing won't be generated for you. This has to be assigned to at least one layer. So if I assign that to h2x heating pipes, and that needs to be done for systems, valves, plants and risers. You can also see that it's going to ask for a AutoCAD block as well. However, if you leave this empty, h2x will generate a generic shape in the location of, say, the radiator, valve or piece of plant. Okay, once you have all of your AutoCAD layers assigned, you can then hit import, and this will be the save file location here. So users, Mica, downloads. You can change that here by changing the folder. Clicking onto that, you can choose where you want those to be saved. Hit import. That is then going to go onto your downloads. It's going to generate two drawings for us. So you can see there that we've got example ground floor here and example level 1. So if we go for the ground floor and open that up, we can close our h2x import now, as this has generated a drawing file for us, and you can see that I have it set up to automatically go onto my drawing template there in my drawing space. If we go to model space and we double click on the scroller on our mouse, that will bring the entire system into view. And you can see there we've got some of our pipe information, we've got all of our pipe layout and our radiator, valve and riser and plant locations. Okay, so the blue crosser in h2x, this here, will always be the 0, 0 coordinate in AutoCAD, so the origin point for these X and Y lines. If you want to transfer this onto your own working drawing, so say this heating example layout here, I've got my drawing of the plan that we used in h2x. There's a couple of ways that you can add this to the. You could either use an XREF and essentially have this drawing applied to this one, however still having them as two separate entities. I would recommend taking more of a look into how to use XREFs in AutoCAD, because it can be a little bit of a larger subject area, and I wouldn't want to make this video too long. But yeah, you could go about that way of doing it and use reference point 0, 0 and reflect that on the drawing you are XREFing to, as to where the reference point is in h2x, which is the front left hand corner of this building. There is a simpler method though, if you just wanted to use the system design and not have the ability to detach or update the XREF. So if we go to right click here, go to clipboard, go to copy with base point, we can then specify a base point by entering 0 and then hitting shift and then hitting 0 again, and that's going to select the 0, 0 coordinate point for our copying base point. Hit enter, and then it's going to ask us to select the objects. A left click will allow us to use a box to select the entire system. We can then hit enter again, and that's now been saved to our clipboard. If we go to our other drawing here, zoom out a little bit and hit right click, go into our clipboard again, we can then just hit paste, and you can see that that has set our crosshair in AutoCAD to be the location of the crosshair in H2X. So all we need to do now is do a left click on the same reference point, which was the front left hand corner of this building. It was around here on the plan in H2X, and you can see that with a left click that has placed our heating system design over the top of our floor plan layout in AutoCAD. And also in AutoCAD I have this lined up with our drawing template here at a scale of 1 to 50, and on there you can see that I've used the layers to actually freeze off the pipe layers from H2X. So if I turn all of these off by unfreezing them in the window, you can see that that's now been shown on our drawing template in AutoCAD. Okay, let me know if you have any questions on this in either the comments below if this is on YouTube, or feel free to get in touch with us directly via the in-app help hub. Thank you very much.